Let's do this. I'm back. Hi, good luck. Hey, they said it first. Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can beat you in the face. I can play this Pegasus. That didn't rhyme at all. This card, this hand is a little bit sketchy. It's just non-aggressive, but I'm going to keep it with the divination. Maybe a poor choice, I don't know. No mulligan. In the sealed I won, I realize I made an aggressive deck this time, but in the sealed I won, I actually had a very non-aggressive deck. It was a blue-black control deck, splashing white for, I think, just Hopeful Eidolon, possibly... No, it was Hopeful Eidolon and 2 Divine Verdicts, I believe. It was very similar to the deck that I top-8'd a PTQ with, but I had, I think, 0 bombs in this sealed pool versus the PTQ deck that was just crazy good. Let's put this on the bottom. We don't need that plains. Let's put this on top because we have this to cast. But yeah, I chose in that particular sealed online the other day. I chose to be on divination here. I chose to be on the draw when I had the option, and my opponents always chose to play. And I believe I dropped 1 game. Could be wrong about that, but yeah, it was fine. And I kept on. I think I mentioned that in the previous sealed that it may or may not be right to draw in this sealed format. It didn't seem particularly fast to me. Interesting. What do I want to do? Let's play a Traveler's Amulet with this. Let's play a Pegasus. I'm gonna try to not be too obvious with how I'm tapping my land. I'm gonna run out an island. Leave the other island up. Had I done it the other way, plains, and then tap 2 plains, it feels more obvious that I want to leave that island up. I'm probably not going to use this Triton tactics. I can't speak. More likely, I'm going to Traveler's Amulet, but I do want the trick available should something crazy happen. They're going to divination, so probably nothing crazy will happen today. My guess. My best guess. What you got, buddy? Nothing? Cracking it. Finding a forest. Ooh. Ooh. This is exciting. I can either hook up the fastest emissary next turn, or the Noble Quarry, or nothing. Nothing works too. What I'm gonna do here is actually just get in. If he attacks, I am totally fine with this. We can actually kill his guy if he attacks and put a counter on this and scry. That would be excellent. More than likely that would mean that we actually just win the game from there. We'll see what happens. They would like to either have a 4/4 that gains 4 life, or a 7/7 that gains no life. I would like to have them gain life. I can handle the 4/4 right now, I feel. I'm going to Triton tactics. Here, I feel that's my best course of action. I can actually kill their guy. So Triton tactics here functions as removal. I can improve my card selection. And in the following turn, I can force my opponent's creature to block, taking them out. Yes, that occurs. So at this point, I believe my opponent's actually just dead. This Noble Quarry gives this +2 for the sake of, you know, the trigger happens. Oh, we actually can't block this. That was kind of foolish. I could. Let's put it in the bottom. Let's force him to block. I want to force him to block here. I'm not going to swing with the Pegasus. I just want to take this creature out. I don't want them to have anything going for them. I don't want them to have tricks down the line. I don't want them to have a thing to put a bestowed creature on. And I want them to continue to just loot. Like, if they throw down a creature here, I just want them to take it and die. You know, like, let's just have this be removal for the rest of the game. Why not? This is going to get in. This is going to do a bunch of damage. My opponent, I suppose the best thing my opponent could have at this point would be maybe a Sea God's Revenge, which isn't great. I get to Omen Speaker again. Voyage's End is insane right now. I'm a little uncomfortable throwing down Thassa's Emissary right now. I don't really want to get it countered. Playing the Nessian Asp allows me to leave up Voyage's End. I think I like that much better. And this is plenty of damage. I don't need to add anything to the board. So let's do this. Like, I don't care if that gets countered. Yeah, I think he or she just does nothing. Yeah. That's gonna do it. Realized I play also, I'm kind of keeping that in mind for this game. I've been playing a little bit, I haven't been playing very conservatively, I would say. I think I'm fine with what we have, by the way. I don't really have a desire to change anything, but yeah, I think I've been playing in such a way that it's like, if my opponent could have something, I've noticed that my almost immediate reaction is to say that they don't have it and just go for it. Where under normal circumstances, I would like weigh out everything internally. You know, you can think a lot faster than out loud and a lot more clearly. Like, obviously, like, I have issues saying exactly what I'm thinking in the same amount of time. It takes a lot longer for me to get a thought out. God, this hand looks sick, man. So anyway, I think I've been misplaying quite a bit just for the sake of me like calling what my opponent has in hand. So we'll see if we can, you know, in the future acknowledge that and maybe play a little bit more conservatively. Obviously, there's a time to be aggressive and a time not to be, but we shall see what happens. Oh, good. All right, so we hit our other planes. Now, do we want to send this out? I think we send this out. Can't be blocked. It allows us to suit this up down the line. And I'm fine suiting that up with the Ghostblade Elalon, like that's representing 4 unblockable damage every turn. And it costs a lot to bestow here. I think I just want to play a couple things out on curve. I think my opponent will be much more worried about the Wingsteed Rider. It feels like they're going to bounce this immediately, actually. So we'll see what happens. Whoa. Yeah. Our opponent accidentally F6 through their turn. I gave them some time to adjust that. Obviously you can quickly right click and say remove auto yields. If you're fast enough, like you can do that. I don't know why you would be mashing F6 there necessarily. Also, I should have played this out second main. That was kind of a silly thing. Not that it matters. Like, I just don't want to have the entire turn taken up by a bounce spell. But I don't know what my opponent was doing. You know what happened? It seemed like they were thinking for quite some time, and then their turn happened and they immediately F6'd. I think what happened was that there was some lag on their end. I feel a little bad. I kind of want to have told my opponent to like just wait for them, knowing that they did that, and tell them how to get out of that. So whoopsie daisy. The other thing I should have done this turn was Traveler's Amulet first, search for a land, play that land. It conceals information about what we have. This turn, what do we want to do? Do we just want to get in with this, or do we want to use that Voyage's End on our opponent's creature? Let's use the Voyage's End right now. I don't love using it on bestow creatures, but in this case, I think it... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, bottom. Not that that matters. I probably should have used that first, but whatever. In this case, it kind of makes us much more aggressive. They probably play it out again next turn and are forced to block. As I am slamming it on this guy. Alright, they have a 4-drop. You... That's good for them. Let's search. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to get a forest. What can we get here? Yeah, I was thinking about Time to Feed, but unfortunately that's not great with what we have. They're going to have to draw a card, because... yeah, this adds more damage. The other thing we could do is just sit back on this. This is a 5/5 at this point. I don't really like that. I like them drawing a card and doing whatever they want. Because we can always fight next turn. Time to Feed. Desperately drawing cards here. I mean, they need it to try and get back in this game. I was uncomfortable going into a block mode there. I think our ability to be aggressive is more important than their ability to draw a card. Excuse me while I take a sip of a beverage there. So what I want to... I feel they have a bounce spell of some kind. So how do I want to approach this? Why would you not play your Naiad if you... They just definitely have a bounce spell here. What do I want them to use the bounce on, though? Because I really do want to hook that Flitter Step Eidolon up with this. I mean, alright, so if I do this and he bounces this guy, yeah, I'm fine with this. I could have a counterspell as well. I like this play. I think this plays around the most things. At this point, it makes his bounce spell awkward, I think. I'm putting him on a bounce spell. I'm assuming that's what he has. Could have something just out of nowhere, out of left field. Let's see what happens. I'm imagining it's a bounce spell on this guy. Interesting. Okay. That is not very strong, I would say. If I was going to destroy something... Though he doesn't know he's dead to this next turn, I suppose. But if I'm destroying something, it's got to be this, right? Scrying 2, he puts a card on the bottom. I keep on calling him a he. He or she. They put a card on the top. Axtridin. I don't even know how to pronounce their name. I wouldn't be able to establish whether they're male or female. At all. Not at all. I guess they did know that they were dead to this next turn, but whatever. Yeah, so they lose the match. They draw a bunch of cards. I'm going to wait to see if they want to say good game. They just leave. Proper etiquette is to basically allow the loser of the game to decide whether they want to tell you good game or not. If you tell them good game and they don't feel it was like, you can really... Not that you're not allowed to do it. Obviously, it's like common courtesy. Why are you getting upset? Whatever. But I think it's probably best to allow them to make that determination, to make that statement of good game, because I don't know, best not to hurt anyone's feelings when you don't need to. They were not very talkative during that game anyway. So. Anyway, I'll see you in round dose.